highlighted the Army's commitment to peace, development, and building resilient communities in Sulu.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines completed the regular rotation and reprovision mission to personnel stationed at BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal. The said activity was with support from the Philippine Coast Guard. The mission proceeded without incident, emphasizing AFP's commitment in safeguarding Philippine sovereignty and supporting its personnel in the area.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For other updates, let us hear the details about First CMOC engages Cebu Barangay Councils to strengthen community cooperation. Go ahead, JR.
The 1st Civil Military Operations Kahanas Company of the 14th Civil Military Operations Battalion attended barangay sessions in Barangay Tangke, Talisay City, and Barangay Inayawan and Cute Pardo, Cebu City. The team established productive dialogues with barangay councils to enhance collaboration on community initiatives. The 1st Civil Military Operations Company reaffirmed its commitment to peace and security, aiming to end insurgency in Cebu Province through strengthened ties with local leaders. This is JR reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, JR.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 14th Infantry Avenger Battalion, led by Lieutenant Colonel Edgar Gabia, in collaboration with the Hilongos Local Government Unit under Mayor Manuel Villahermosa, held the Avenger Youth Leadership Summit 2024 from November 9 to 12, gathering 56 youth leaders from 51 barangays. The summit aimed to empower future leaders through modules on patriotism, unity, and community responsibility. Mayor Villahermosa encouraged the participants to champion leadership and solidarity, while Lieutenant Colonel Gabia praised the youth's commitment to peace and unity. The summit set a model for military-government youth collaboration in nation building.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
A 10 billion cut in the 2025 modernization projects, reducing the original 50 billion pesos allocations to 40 billion pesos. The cuts impact cyber systems, aviation, tactical vehicles, and more. Senator noted the AFP is behind schedule with Horizon 1 99% complete, Horizon 2 at 23%, and Horizon 3 yet to start. Senator JVEX Ejercito is pushing to restore the funding, stressing the need to advance Horizon 3, especially given tensions in the West Philippine Sea.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
We have a report coming in from Beth Tañete about Third ID joins nationwide earthquake drill to boost disaster preparedness.
The 3rd Infantry Spearhead Division participated in the 4th quarter nationwide simultaneous earthquake drill at Camp General Macario B. Peralta Jr. Capiz yesterday. The personnel across the camp responded to a ceremonial alarm by performing the duck, cover, and hold procedure. 3rd ID Commander Major General Marion R. Sesson emphasized that the exercise strengthened readiness and resilience, reinforcing coordination with the government and community partners. The drill highlighted 3rd ID commitment to public safety and disaster response. This is Bethaneta reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tañete.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines and Tentara National Indonesia co-chaired the 4th Philippines-Indonesia Military Cooperation Meeting on November 13 at Dosit Thani Hotel, Makati City. Led by AFP Deputy Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Jimmy Larida and TNI Chief of General Staff Lieutenant General Richard Tampubolon. The meeting finalized key initiatives under joint intelligence, operations, and education. A new joint logistics subcommittee was also proposed, enhancing bilateral cooperation and deepening ties of trust and mutual respect.
DWDD National News.
And for our national news, the Department of Social Welfare and Development continues to support 5 regions affected by heavy rains and flooding due to typhoons Nika and Dofel. Over 19.5 million pesos in aid has been distributed to more than 1,000 impacted barangays, including family food packs for over 9,000 families in evacuation centers and cash assistance under the Assistance to Individuals in Crisis Situation program. As of November 14, the disaster has affected more than 109,415 families or 421,000 individuals. DWDD Secretary Rex Gatchalian has expedited food pack distribution, especially for areas also at risk from Typhoon Pepito.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And from First CRG, let us hear some information from Joanne about NOLCOM, AFP, and RTF-LCAC to hold Serbisyo Caravan for Peace and Development in Hacienda Luisita, Tarlac.
The Northern Luzon Command of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, in collaboration with the Regional Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict Region 3, will host a Serbisyo Caravan in Hacienda Luisita, Tarlac on November 16, 2024, tomorrow at the Barangay Balete Covered Court, Tarlac City. The Serbisyo Caravan Team Pagbabago ng Komunidad sa Hacienda Luisita tungo sa kapayapaan at kaunlaran or Transformation in Hacienda Luisita towards Peace and Development aims to deliver essential services to the residents of Hacienda Luisita in Tarlac, enhancing community well-being and promoting peace and development. Approximately 500 residents are expected to benefit from the activity. Residents can access free medical consultations, dental checkups, and receive medicines and vitamins, along with legal consultations. Additionally, gift-giving activities, parlor games for children, and food feeding will be conducted. Moreover, member agencies of the RTF-LCAC Region 3 will express their commitment of support to the Malayang Magbubukid ng Hacienda Luisita or Malaya, a group of former members of the left-leaning Alyansa ng Magbubukid ng Hacienda Luisita or Ambala who have now aligned with the government. Local government officials and representatives from various government agencies will participate, highlighting the whole-of-nation approach to addressing community needs. The Serbisyo Caravan is part of the government's commitment to serving the Filipino people by bringing essential services directly to their doorstep, fostering a sense of security and community development. This is Joanne Sagao reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne, from First CRG.
DWDD National News.
For our weather update, Typhoon Ophel, 100 km northwest of Calayan, Cagayan, with winds of 120 km per hour and gusts up to 150 km per hour, is expected to weaken as it nears Luzon Strait. Signal number 3 covers parts of Babuyan Islands, Cagayan, and Ilocos Norte, while signal number 1 is in effect for Batanes and nearby areas. According to Pag-asa, Ophel is likely to exit PAR later today. Meanwhile, Typhoon Pepito, 705 km east of Guian Eastern Samar, is strengthening and could reach super typhoon status by tomorrow night, with potential landfall on Luzon's eastern coast this weekend.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Public Works and Highways reported 442.107 million pesos in infrastructure damage from typhoons Nika and Dofel. From the said number, DPWH recorded 121.45 million pesos in road damage in car and 320.66 million pesos in flood control structures in Region 3. 5 roads remain closed due to landslides, debris, and flooding. DPWH disaster and incident management teams are working to clear the affected areas, while 18 previously affected roads have been reopened to motorists.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And now let's hear a report on the ground about 2nd CMOC and Tuburan LGU delivers services to Cebu community. Go for the details, Mafet.
Good morning. The 2nd Platoon, 2nd Civil Military Operations Maaasahan Company held a Serbisyo Caravan in Barangay Fortaleza, Tuburan in Cebu. The said activity was in partnership with Tuburan Local Government Unit and local groups. They provided over 100 residents with free medical consultations, vaccinations, haircuts, and meals. Relatedly, Tuburan Vice Mayor Danny Diamante thanked the second CMOC and partners for bringing essential services to the community and fostering unity. This is Mafet Tizon reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Muffet.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
It's already 12:13 in the afternoon and you are still tuning at AFP Radio DWDD Facebook page. And for our announcements, good news for our AFP pensioners whose pension accounts are with Land Bank of the Philippines. You may withdraw your pension for the month of November starting today, November 15. Meanwhile, for AFP pensioners with accounts or with pension accounts at Development Bank of the Philippines and Philippines Veterans Bank, you may withdraw starting on Monday, November 18. For pensioners whose pension accounts are tagged as on hold, please contact the AFP PGMC office or call their hotline at 0966 311 5003 for further assistance.
DWDD National News.
And moving on to another story, the Department of Social Welfare and Development is addressing the needs of individuals, especially children, impacted by recent typhoons. The DSWD's Disaster Response Management Group, led by Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao, distributed essential supplies, including diapers, to families affected by Typhoon Nika in Abra. This support aligns with the Children's Emergency Relief and Protection Act, which ensures assistance for children and lactating mothers in evacuation centers. Moreover, the DSWD also provides psychosocial support and coordinates with local governments to create child and women-friendly spaces for evacuees as the agency scales up efforts amid the continuous storms.
DWDD National News.
The Office of Civil Defense has directed preemptive evacuations in 8 regions in preparation for Tropical Storm Mani, to be named Pepito, upon entering the Philippine Area of Responsibility. OCD Operations Service Director Cesar Idio announced that evacuations will begin in Region 1, 2, 3 and Calabarzon, and also the Mimaropa, Region 5 to 7 today, following an order from Secretary of National Defense Gilberto Chodoro Jr. The OCD also instructed local government units to prepare evacuation centers and ensure resource readiness to protect against potential floods and landslides.
Armed Forces Radio report.
On the other line, let us hear more from Mars. About 37 Philippine Fleet Commander officially retires.
Good afternoon, Ruth. The 37th Commander of the Philippine Fleet officially retired during a change of command and retirement ceremony at Naval Base Heracleo, Alano, Cavite City. Vice Admiral Toribio Adasi Jr., Philippine Navy Flag Officer in Command, presided over the event, wherein Rear Admiral Renato David passed on the position as Acting Philippine Fleet Commander to Commodore Joario Marayag. In his farewell, Rear Admiral David expressed gratitude for the support he received. On the other hand, Commodore Marayag pledged to uphold the fleet commitment and safeguarding sovereignty and advancing the Navy mission. This is Mars reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mars.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, the Department of Budget and Management approved 875 million pesos to replenish the Quick Response Fund of the Department of Social Welfare and Development. The fund, drawn from the 2024 National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund, aligns with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s directive to ensure readiness for disaster response and recovery. The replenished QRF will support the DSWD's procurement of food packs, non-food items, and cash for work initiatives for Typhoon Julian affected families in Region 1.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has mandated the revision of the Philippines Flood Control Master Plan to tackle the increasing intensity of storms due to climate change. He instructed agencies like the DILG, DENR, and DPWH to redesign the master plan to match current weather challenges. The President highlighted the urgency of enhancing flood control systems as recent storms have exposed the limitations of existing infrastructure, Local governments are encouraged to use geohazard maps for identifying high-risk areas, and the public is urged to cooperate with safety protocols to protect lives during severe weather events.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Gina about Second ID participates in Calabarzon Peace and Order Council meeting on regional security.
Of the 2nd Infantry Jungle Fighter Division joined the 4th quarterly meeting of the Regional Peace and Order Council Region 4A at Twin Lakes Hotel, Laurel, Batangas. Led by RPOC Chair Quezon Governor Angelina Tan, the meeting brought together key government and military officials including 2nd ID Commander Major General Cirilo Balauro Jr. Discussions focused on regional security, crisis management, and preparations for the 2025 elections. The said activity reinforced the efforts of law enforcement for peace and public safety across Calabarzon. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
Moreover, the Metro Manila Council has approved revised guidelines for towing and impounding in Metro Manila, aiming to streamline processes and protect vehicle owners' rights. Under MMDA Regulation 24-004, vehicle owners can now choose to have their vehicles towed to locations like home or repair shops instead of automatic impounding. MMC and MMDA Chair Roman Ortez stated the regulation addresses complaints about towing practices, ensuring transparency and fairness. The revised rules apply to all Metro Manila towing services and will be implemented post-publication.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Agriculture has issued a temporary ban on poultry imports from Japan and Austria due to recent avian influenza outbreaks. Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. announced the ban, covering domestic and wild birds, poultry meat, eggs, and day-old chicks to protect the local poultry industry. The Bureau of Animal Industry has also been instructed to halt import clearances for affected products. The ban follows confirmed H5 bird flu outbreaks in both countries, with Japan and Austria reporting significant impacts on domestic birds populations.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from Meljoy of First Year G about 86th IB and Kapuso Foundation reach out to Typhoon Nika affected communities.
Yes, Rolf, as Super Typhoon Ophel hits the 86th Infantry Highlander Battalion of the 5th Infantry Star Division and Kapuso Foundation joined forces to provide relief goods to survivors of the recent Typhoon Nika in different towns of Isabela. The Star Troopers of the different offices of the 5th Infantry Division collaborated effectively in the repacking efforts. A total of 3,112 packs of relief goods were successfully distributed in the municipalities of Cordon, Itiague, and Jones in Isabela. In Cordon, 518 families received assistance in the areas of Caperperiwan and Villamiemban, while the barangays of Damang West and Malitao in Itiague supported 1,076 families. Additionally, 95 families were assisted at the evacuation center in Jones, Isabela. The 86th Infantry Battalion actively teamed up with different government agencies and non-government organizations to provide assistance during humanitarian crises and natural disasters. The 5th Infantry Division has assured the public of its commitment not only to combat insurgency, but also to uphold its mandate to ensure the safety of all citizens and its area of responsibility and encompass the entire nation, particularly in the face of terrorism or disaster situations. This is Meljo Inesio Aroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy from First Year G.
Armed Forces Radio.
Updates from Ella Mercado about Mabini MPS nabs a most wanted person in Camarines Sur.
The operatives of Mabini Municipal Police Station, Batangas PNP, headed by Police Major Arwin Baby Caimbon, together with personnel of Barangay Municipal Police Station, arrested a most wanted person after being launched na serving a warrant of arrest in the town of Barangay, province of Camarines Sur. Based on the report reaching Police Regional Office 4A Calabarzon, the arrested wanted person identified as Elias Romil, a resident of Barangay Upper Omon, also in the said municipality in Camarines Nasur with the crime of illegal recruitment. According to the documents released by Honorable Judge Dina C. Aguila Topacio of Regional Trial Court, National Capital Judicial Region Branch 42, the court did not allow the suspect to post any amount of bail for its temporary release. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Ella Mercado.
DWDD National News.
Agri Party List Representative Wilbert Lee has introduced House Bill number 11055, the Safeguarding Seniors Free Immunization Act, to provide free vaccines for all senior citizens in the Philippines. The bill seeks to expand on the existing Expanded Senior Citizens Act of 2010, which currently limits free immunizations to indigent seniors. Under the proposal, seniors would receive vaccines for influenza, pneumococcal disease, whooping cough, tetanus, and diphtheria, among others. Lee emphasized the importance of making vaccines accessible to seniors who are especially vulnerable to infectious diseases due to weakened immune systems.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From Solcom, let us hear some information from Sena about Pacific conducts livelihood training in Legazpi City.
Yes, Rof, the 9th Civil Military Operations Battalion conducted a specialized livelihood training session for its personnel focusing on barista skills. Sponsored by the Philippine Army Finance Center Producers Integrated Cooperative, led by Mr. Michael C. Borromeo, Chief of PSO Legazpi City, under its continuing education program, the training session brought together 41 personnel from line units and companies and the 5th Regional Community Defense Group. The workshop was led by Mr. Ron Peter O. Pavilion, owner of Youngblood Training and Development Services, and his team. Mr. Pavilion, a recognized subject matter expert in barista skills, guided the participants through both theoretical knowledge and hands-on practice. This barista training is part of a broader initiative aimed at providing skills that will benefit soldiers both during and beyond their military careers. Through Pacific's continuing education program, soldiers are encouraged to explore new vocational pathways, fostering personal development and enhancing their ability to support their families. This is Sena from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Sena from Solcom.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in next week for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rolf Suzon for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.